Welcome back, Trojan family, to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast with your host, Blackie Chan, where we dive into everything USC football, from game analysis to recruitment updates. If it's happening in the world of the Trojans, we've got you covered. Today, we're tackling on the topic that's been on the minds of many fans. Should USC discontinue its legendary rivalry with Notre Dame? But before we get into that video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell. And let's reach 1,000 subscribers before USC's first game against LSU. Now let's get into this video. Should USC discontinue the rivalry with Notre Dame? As a diehard Trojan fan, even thinking about ending the USC Notre Dame rivalry feels like a gut punch. But let's be real, college football is changing. Teams are shifting conferences and the playoff race is more intense than ever. So it's worth considering why something is time to move on, and why I still believe we should keep the rivalry alive. USC's upcoming move to the Big Ten is a game changer. We'll be facing powerhouse teams like Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Oregon, and Washington regularly. That's a brutal schedule. Adding Notre Dame into the mix makes things even tougher. But isn't that challenge part of what makes college football so exciting? Also, let's face it, tradition might not hold the same weight for today's players. They're focused on the here and now, on winning championships and making it to the NFL. The historical significance of rivalries might not mean as much to them as it does to us fans. But tradition is what roots us, gives us our identity. Without it, what are we? Now, why should we keep the rivalry? Historical significance. This rivalry dates back to 1926. It's one of the most iconic matchups in college football. Every game adds a new chapter to this storied history. It's about more than just winning or losing. It's about being part of something bigger than ourselves. Also, Notre Dame games are always a national spotlight. Recruits watch these games. They see the energy, the passion, the tradition. It's a showcase for what USC football is all about. Even if the tradition isn't as big of a deal to some players, the exposure definitely is. Ask any Trojan fan about their favorite game, and I bet many will mention a USC Notre Dame showdown. Take 2005 for example, the Bush Push. That game was an emotional roller coaster that united the Trojan family like no other. It wasn't just a game, it was an event that brought us all together no matter where we were. The thrill of that last minute push, the roar of the crowd, the sheer joy of victory, those are the moments that define what it means to be a Trojan. Plus, a win against Notre Dame can do wonders for our strength of schedule. It's a quality victory that boosts our playoff resume. Plus, the thrill of beating a top-tier opponent is unmatched. It's what makes college football so thrilling. In my book, the USC Notre Dame rivalry is untouchable. Sure, college football is evolving and the landscape looks different now, especially with our move to the Big Ten. But the essence of what makes this sport great is its traditions, its rivalries, and the stories that come with them. Discontinuing this rivalry would be like losing a part of our soul. Let's keep the tradition alive, fight on, and continue to make history every time we face the Fighting Irish. Well, thanks for tuning in and sharing your passion for USC football with us. If you enjoyed this discussion, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and leave a comment down below of what you thought about today's topic. And join us next time as we continue to dive into everything that makes USC football great. Until next time, keep the torch burning bright, and always fight on.
That is an amazing drive. 2 drives in a row. Absolutely incredible. The Irish are crushed. Charlie Weiss cannot believe it. Matt Leinart decided to sneak it, not spike it.
And he got stopped on his first progression, but he spun around with his back to the field and fell backwards into the end zone off the left side.
It was absolutely...
Somehow, some way, is still alive. 28 in a row. How